Kendall King and the Houston Astros are back at it again in the 2020 ALCS against the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, we are in game number 4. Games 1 and games 3, we ended up getting the W, so we have a 2-1 series lead. Today, we're facing Aaron Sanchez, who is 2-1 in the playoffs. His ERA is ridiculously high, but he does have 2 Ws, so you've got to respect that man's game. Now, Kendall batting .429, 4 home runs, and 8 RBIs so far in the ALCS. You have to respect what Kendall King can do at the plate. The first pitch is a 12-6 curveball that we are a little bit behind on. Moving on to 1 and 2 in the count. Kendall's trying to get a base hit here, but he hits a dribbler to Dustin Pedroia. It's still really weird to see Pedroia on the Toronto Blue Jays. I thought that guy would be a Boston Red Sox for his entire life, but here in 2020, he switched. He stayed in the division, though. Now, next up here for Kendall, 2 outs, 1 on. Kendall gets a hold of it out to deep left field. Look at the flick of the wrist. The left fielder runs out of room, and that one is out of the ballpark. Kendall King showing why he is the MVP of the league as he gets a 2 RBI shot that just destroys the ball. Not only did he destroy the ball, but Aaron Sanchez's ego just got a lot of hurt to it. Now, Prince Fielder daps up Kendall. Kendall's coming back to the plate here in the top of the 5th. 1 out, nobody on, and we're down 2 runs. Now, Sanchez looks like he's still in the ball game. He's going to pitch one outside to Kendall. It's a fastball that we cannot get a hold of, but it ends up going foul. Now, next pitch here in a 1-1 count. It's a curveball, and Kendall gets a hold of it. Look at the flick of the wrist. If you come at the king, you best not miss. Kendall gets a solo home run, a no-doubter. That one flies out of the ballpark so quickly. You gotta feel like Aaron Sanchez is gonna get pulled after that home run. Kendall gets the best of him again. His 2nd home run of the ball game, people. Now, moving on to the field, we're down 5-6 after Kendall's solo shot. Ball's gonna hit right over to Kendall. We're gonna try and get a hold of this one. He's getting close to it. Went the wrong way. Kendall dives and stops it, but he drops it. Can he still get the throw? Kendall picks it up, fires it over to first, and it's just in time. Kendall, that's how strong his arm is. He dove, he dropped the ball, he picked it up, and he still throws out the runner at first base. Now, back up here in the top of the 7th, we're still down 1 with nobody on and nobody out. Kendall goes yard again. I told you guys, if you come at the king, you best not miss. Kendall destroys it to right field. Another solo home run. Can you believe that's his 3rd home run of the ball game? He's been doing this all postseason long. You cannot stop one of the greatest players of all time, Kendall King. The ball game's tied up 6-6. We've got our Showtime feature. We're locked in, and we can't catch up to the changeup. So 1-2 count here in the top of the 8th. Ball comes in. Kendall drives it to left field. This time it's not a home run, but it's still going to be good enough. That one's going to be maybe a stand-up double. Just kidding. We're going to back up. We don't want to get thrown out. It's a tie ball game. We have to be on base. Unfortunately, though, our team can't do enough. We end up with 4 hits, 3 of those being home runs and 4 RBIs, but we lose by 3. So moving on to game number 5, the series is tied up at 2-2. This time we're facing Trevor Cahill, 6'3", 187, 27 years of age, and he's still got some pretty good stuff in his repertoire. Now, Kendall's batting average after that monster game is into the 500s, which is nuts. And the first pitch from Cahill is going to be a 4-seam fastball that tests us up high, and we are nowhere close to it. Now, a 1-2 count, that ball is in the dirt. Kendall, what are you doing? You gotta do better than that. You can't swing at pitches like that one. So our first at bat here, game number 5, is a strikeout. And moving on to the top of the 4th, 1 on, or nobody on. Kendall's got 1 out. We're up 1-0 at this point. A 1-2 count again for Kendall. This one's high, and Kendall gets a hold of it, but unfortunately, again, it's going to be a huge pop out that doesn't really go anywhere. So it looks like Green's going to snag that one in center field, and Kendall is going back to the dugout, still hitless in the ball game. Now in the bottom of the 4th with 1 on. Ball hit right to Kendall. We're going to try and get a double play here. Flip it to Odor. Odor gets it to first, and Prince Fielder makes a nice snag at first base. The defense is looking good. The offense, though, only 1 run. Kendall has got to do more to get this team going. Now a 1-0 lead still. Nobody on, nobody out. And Kendall gets a hold of it. You saw it last game. He picked up right where he left off. He did struggle in the very beginning of the game. But Kendall gets another home run. A solo shot to right field. How many home runs can this guy hit? I'm getting tired of counting how many he's got at this point. That one's 386 feet. Prince Fielder is like, man, I've never done that before. So Kendall comes back up with a 3-1 lead after his home run. Here at the top of the 8th, he dribbles it right up the middle, almost hits the pitcher, second baseman can't get it, and Kendall's going to get on first base safely. Another base hit after hitting that home run. Now we're going to try and test the arm here. Catcher gets a good throw in, but they're not going to get Kendall. We steal that one successfully, and we're on second base. The ball's going to get hit here. It's going to be a fly ball out to right center field, it looks like. Kendall's going to wait, run to try and tag up. Harold Green snags that one. It's not enough, or not close enough for Kendall to not run, so he moves his way to third, and he's 90 feet away from possibly scoring. And this ball's hit by Odor. It's right past the third baseman. Kendall's going to go in. That's going to give us 4 runs in the ball game total for the team. Things are looking much better, and now we're in a tough spot. Bottom of the 9th, we're only up 3, 2 outs, bases are loaded. This ball's hit right to Kendall. He snags it in the hole. He flips it to Odor. and that one's just in time. If we didn't get that one, it could have been trouble. What a play by Kendall King. Saves the game literally on defense. Has a good game on offense, a great game on defense, and we win game number 5. So moving on to game number 6, this is a potential closeout game. If we can win today against Marcus Stroman and the Blue Jays, we move on to the World Series. Kendall's played in there quite a few times, but we want to go back and win another one. We could potentially be hitting free agency after this year. We have to see what's going to happen, and we want to win one more for Houston. And if we keep hitting home runs like that, we're going to go back to the World Series, no problem. Look at your boy Kendall. Another home run. The train conductor is running out of fuel up there. He's been going so much for Kendall these past couple of games. 412 feet. Another monster shot for Kendall. Now here in the top of the third, Brandon Bunty's up. It's a 2-2 ball game. Kendall's looking here for something. Ball set right up here. It's going to be a short dribbler. Going to field that one easily. We're going to give it over to first base. And Prince Fielder snags that one to give us another good assist. How is Kendall not have a gold glove? Someone explain that to me. He's been a monster all year long on the defensive side. He's had a few errors, I get it. But he should have a gold glove at this point. It's a travesty he doesn't. On the top of the third with 1 on and 1 out. Stroman throws one inside and that one hits Kendall on the knee. Are the Blue Jays getting too angry because Kendall is just knocking home run after home run off their squad? Is he staring Kendall down? No, you can't do that. So here in the top of the 5th, the ball's hit right to Kendall. We're going to try and make a play on it. It's going to be close. What a snag by Kendall. He's on one knee. Can he get the run around at first base? It's a one-hopper. Prince Fielder snags it. Give Prince Fielder a gold glove because that's a heck of a snag at the first base side. Now here in the bottom of the 5th, if you remember, Kendall had a home run early in the ball game. Stroman drilled him in the knee. What's going to happen here? Ball is hit right past the second baseman, but Pedroia gets it, throws it over to first base. After dropping it, we're going to get safe. So it wasn't a home run, but we still get on base. Now we're going to try and steal here on Stroman. The ball's hit into the gap. Kendall's going to move his way over to the third base line. Left fielder gets it. Kendall's going to stop. No, Kendall's going to keep going. There's a play at the plate. Kendall, what are you doing? I get that you want to be aggressive, but you're not that fast. You are the fastest player in baseball history, but you're not as fast as you might think you are. So here in the bottom of the 7th, we are down now, 4-3. Kendall has got to be clutch now. 2 outs, nobody on. What is Kendall going to do? He gets a shot. This one is huge. This one is deep. This one is gone out of the ballpark. How many times can Kendall go yard in the playoffs? It seems like an infinite number at this point. 423 feet to keep his team in the ball game. The pitcher cannot believe it. All he had to do was close it out, but he couldn't. So we're going to move on to the World Series. We win the ALCS. Kendall was a stud. Kendall looks like the MVP, but we have to take care of business in the World Series or else we're going to be in trouble. Thanks for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Hit the like button to share your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.